as another option. One of the things that I like about Magic School is the ability for you to be able to launch the rooms to students, and that the students can then, within that space, attach their own documents that they are working with and have them read to them. So I'm going to do that here as an example. I'm going to launch a room to students, and I'm going to use the Chat with Docs tool. It's a new one that's available. I've started. Otherwise, you can search for it in the features, the filters down here, or even searching the tools up in that search toolbar. But I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to actually begin with the launch to students because I know that that's what I'd like to do. And I'm going to launch a new room. And I'm going to, I can call it whatever we want to call it here. Let's just say that this is a science class. It can be fifth graders, that's fine. And then I'm going to choose as the tool, I'll just start typing it here and type docs, there it is, and add that tool for students to be able to interact with. Okay. I can add some customization to this here as well as if I want to, but I'm just going to launch this room as it is. And it's going to give me the URL, or I can assign it via Google Classroom or with a QR code. But I'm just going to take this here and copy it. I'm going to go to a new window where the student will come in and see it. And I'll just put Jeremy in there and join the room. And now that I'm in here, the only tool available to me in this particular class is going to be this Chat with Docs. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to attach the document that I want to be able to interact with. So I'll upload it again. I'm just going to use the same one as the example from the Gemini assignment, and then click Generate. So now what it's going to do is allow me to interact with that particular document. So what it does is it begins with a summary of the text, maybe tells me some few things, but I really want it to help me read part of that document. And maybe just to save us a little bit of time rather than read the whole document, I'm going to say, please recreate page 1 of this document word for word, exactly as it is. Okay. So it's going to do that for me. And it says, great, here's page 1 of the document exactly as it's written. So as soon as it is done typing in everything that's there, notice I get the read aloud button. And so if I now use read aloud.
Here's page 1 of the document exactly as written. Acoustic Anatomy of Whales. Thank you, ChatGPT, for the help with this article. Whales have a number of adaptations that make them well suited for underwater communication. Their skulls are thick and dense, which helps focus and direct their sound waves.
So again, another very natural sounding voice here in a spot where students can come and they can interact with the chatbot in order to produce it. I think it's another great example of how you can use some of the tools like we've already talked about in just different ways. And sometimes, thinking a little bit outside of the box with how can I get a tool to do something that it wasn't designed to do, but yet it's going to be a pretty simple accommodation, I think, that you could make for your students as well. So those are just 2 different tools that I think offer some pretty good text-to-speech options for our students that need that as an accommodation.